Hello, welcome back to EPG. I'm, of course, Greg, your host. When I was traveling through Ireland, I met a very lovely young lady by the name of Haley. Haley was from Canada but spent some time in the US, so we would often joke with each other about the differences between our countries. I would joke about the bags of milk that she had up in Canada, and she would joke about the fact that the United States didn't have universal health care. So we had a lot of fun with each other. But that being said, one of the things that I took from her and her travel philosophy, which I've used subsequently, and the rest of the travels that I have done after I met her, was this, and it's that if there is something that you want to do, whether it is an excursion, whether it is going to a restaurant, whether it is taking a trip, even, she said that the kind of financial problems that would ensue from that was always a problem for later Haley. And that's something that I ended up adopting, is that those problems would be a problem for future Greg, especially when you're traveling. Unless you are able to do kind of being a remote worker or a digital nomad, like I was. Whenever you get back to your new life or whatever life you left, you can work to gain back any of that money that you spent when you were on your voyage. And that's important for a lot of reasons because, again, when people are traveling, there is an immediate need for a lot of things. You need food, you need a place to stay. If you're there, you might as well, go to a museum or, take a boat cruise or, a champagne sunset or something like that, because the time you have is quite finite, but the potential money that you can make whenever you get back home is infinite. So with all that being said, once eventually your future self, future Greg, becomes present Greg, there is a way, a solution to deal with those problems that you set up for yourself. One of the things that I was able to do was to get a balance transfer credit card with 0% financing for sometimes up to 18 months, so a year and a half. And then what I did, I was able to take all the debt from my travels and then move that over to that card, and then I could pay it off over the next 18 months. There was a small transfer fee, like 5% or whatever, just so the bank can make a little money on that end. But yeah, if you are able to work and save and then put that money towards your debt, yeah, it's a real good strategy if you want to travel and you want to go do things and you don't necessarily have an income or a substantial income while you're doing that. You can always make it a problem for your later self, and then it can become a solution for your even later self. So, yeah, that is my tip on problem solving for future Greg. So, thank you very much for your time, and get out there.